Good morning. It's Monday, January 12th. I'm Miriam Bosilevets. The NWT's employment rate in 2025 was the lowest this century, and the proportion of working-age people was unchanged from November. It's only been lower twice in recent years at the height of the pandemic in 2020, but remains higher than many southern provinces. However, the present situation involves a falling participation rate of people who are dropping out of the workforce rather than being unable to find a job. Hay River's community radio station, CKHR, had its license formally revoked by the CRTC. Correspondence published by the regulator showed the station had been off-air for years following a fire in 2019 and was said to have experienced financial difficulties since 2016. Launched in 1979, the station aired the Best Radio Bingo and brought attention to issues of the South Slave. A forum featuring IRC candidates will be live-streamed on January 20th in order to share their platforms and answer questions from voting members. 7 people representing 3 communities are running to become the next chair. The election for the next Inuvialuit Regional Corporation leader will take place January 26th. Folk on the Rocks is set to produce a comprehensive economic impact assessment to help better communicate what it offers to the city and the NWT. It published an RFP seeking a consultant to develop the assessment of its festival and year-round programming. The assessment would help demonstrate the festival's economic, social, and cultural contributions. In 2023, Canada's live music industry operations and live music tourism contributed over $10 billion to Canada's GDP. The 83rd Golden Globes were held last night, and there were some wins for Canadians. K-pop Demon Hunters, directed by Canadian and South Korean Maggie Kang, took home 2 awards for Best Animated Feature and Best Original Song for Golden. Canadian Seth Rogen won Best Actor in a Television Series, Musical or Comedy, for The Studio. The show also won Best Television Series, Musical or Comedy. And Sinners, whose cast includes Canadian Peter Dreams, took home Cinematic and Box Office Achievement. Other winners last night include Hamnet and One Battle After Another, as well as the first Golden Globe for Best Podcast, which was won by Good Hang with Amy Poehler. And the extreme cold is set to end, and parts of the territory are forecast to break 0 degrees this week. Parts of the Beaufort Delta and Sahtu are set to emerge from -40 this week, and communities like Inuvik and Norman Wells should gradually warm up to highs of -25 and -30 by the weekend. Hay River can expect a high of -3 this week, Fort Smith 0, and Fort Liard can expect +1 this week. Your weather forecast for today: Yellowknife high of -14 with periods of light snow, Inuvik -28 with periods of light snow, Norman Wells -30 with a chance of flurries, Hay River -16 with periods of light snow, Fort Smith -10 with periods of snow, and Fort Simpson -20 today with periods of snow.